into Sway. Sway is a little bit like PowerPoint, but instead of having slides on the side, you have what are called cards. Okay, so we have what are called cards. So the very first card is going to be the title of your Sway, and it's going to be how your Sway is saved. So we're doing these we're still doing nonfiction, right?
Correct.
Yes. So we're going to give this a title that relates to your nonfiction
Cool.
presentation.
Oh.
Okay? So we're going to start with that. So we're going to give it a title. What's really nice about Sway is that it saves automatically. Sorry about that. It saves automatically. So for our presentation, behind bullying, we want to put a nice little image. So if you see right to the left here, it says background. Go ahead and click where it says background. And it's going to take you into a search engine that's tied to Bing. You're going to type in a search term that has something to do with what you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and type bullying. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to see what it says. So it's brought up a number of different images here. Here's a guy being bullied. This is a, looks like some sort of a, what do you call those things? Peacock, I think. This is a girl who looks very sad. So I can look through here and kind of see if I see something that kind of seems to fit. I don't know why this cat is here, but there's a little cat there. This is a video, so yeah, see anything that I absolutely loved, but I'm just going to pick something. So I guess I'll pick this lots of video. I don't want a video, I want an image. The images you're going to see are going to have these numbers here. That's the size of the image. That's kind of a perfect picture. And corporate bully, I'm going to use him. He's pretty bad. Okay, so I'm going to click him. I'm going to drag him over and just drop him where it says background. Okay? So that gives me the background so I can see what that first card is going to look like. If I want to see it, up here at the top, you see where it says play?
Yeah.
I go ahead and click play, and there's my, that looks like Voldemort or something.
Something
Yeah,
right.
those are Voldemort. Remember the thing that's This is a good hashtag 30.
So then I'm going to click, there's a little pencil up here at the top. I click the pencil, I go back to my editing. Alright, so hopefully you guys know how to switch back and forth between play and edit.
Oh,
Those
I
are
knew
the two
that.
modes that you're going to deal with. Alright, I'm going to go back to cards at the top. So you see I'm on insert, I'm going to go back to cards. So my very first slide was my ugly bullying guy. Which I'm not liking that, but that's okay. For my next slide, I might want one that's just text. I might want one that's an image. I kind of have to see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a text card. I'm going to drag that over and drop it. And it's going to give me a text card. Okay, so here's where I'm going to add some text. Bullying affects many people in many ways. I don't know how you're going to do this.
Right.
Okay? If I want to add another card, I can again go to the left and grab it, or I can hit this plus down here. So I'm going to hit the plus, and let's say I'm going to add an image to go with it. So I'm back here again. This is a video. I don't want that. That's a video. I really like some of these. I'm getting for bullying. Cyberbullying, cyberbullying. Alright, I'm going to say that this, whatever this picture is, this goes over here. Also, as far as, you need to make sure that you're citing your sources. So I could have one card maybe at the end that's going to have my sources. To find the source of an image, if I click on the image itself, like I just grabbed this one, okay, so it's unclicked. If I click on the image, down here at the bottom, I'm going to get the URL that goes with the image. Okay, so when I select the image, I can get that URL down here at the bottom. So you want to make sure that you're keeping track. You might want to copy and paste those in a Word document, and then you can copy and paste them on a card when you get to the end. I just want to make sure. I didn't get the ugly guy. I didn't get his image either. He was out here somewhere. Oh, there's a second.
Oh, look at the bulldog.
That's so cute.
No. All right, so if I were to play this again.
Focus.
Okay, I've got bullying, and I've got my text here. Bullying affects many people in many ways. To run my presentation down here at the bottom, just like PowerPoint, I can click and it's gonna run my presentation. Now, I might already start thinking about design, because this is kind of boring. I'm gonna go back up here to my pencil, and I'm gonna go back to my presentation itself. I can go up here, and I've got a couple of things to think about. One of them is layout. Go ahead and click the layout tab. There's 3 ways that a sway can run. The top choice is it's going to be like a web page, where it's going to start at the top and everything's going to just appear below it, just like a big long web page. The second one is kind of like a web page, but sort of like a timeline, where everything's going to start and you're just going to kind of start scanning over from left to right. You'll just get something big and long, like this whiteboard up here, just big and long sideways. Or the third option is usually the one, if you're doing a presentation, you're going to choose. This is the one that lets you run it like a PowerPoint presentation, one slide and then another slide. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that one as my my presentation. Okay, so I could run this and kind of see how it looks. It's all right, not too bad. Let me go back to my excuse me, I'm going to go to my design now. Okay, so I want to look at some options for design. You're not going to have a ton of options for design, and it's supposed to be that way. Sway is supposed to be really flexible in its design. Okay, we want you to spend a lot of time on your content. Don't stress a lot about design. So I can go in here and pick a design that works. Now, I have to understand that if my topic is something serious like bullying, I don't want to go down here and pick something that's going to be all like rainbows and puppies. Okay, that wouldn't fit very well with bullying. So I want to make sure that it kind of, works. Like this one. This is a lovely one that has like teapots and cherries and stuff. Okay, that's not candy, little candy thing, that's not it. Okay, so pick a theme that kind of fits with what you're talking about. Okay, within a category of theme, there's a little arrow to the side. You click that, you can see what other options you have. You also have the option up here at the top to customize. What the customize allows you to do, if you click customize, you can choose other themes like different colors, different fonts if you want to. You can also choose a picture that you've included, and it will suggest colors that kind of go along with that. Okay, so you can try out some different themes to kind of find the one that you like. Different themes are going to work in different ways. They're going to have kind of built-in animations there. Okay. So I can choose kind of a theme that I like here. I'm going to go back to editing. Now you notice I had 2 cards. There, I'm going to go back to my cards at the top. I had a text card that just had some small text, and I had a picture card that had a picture of, I don't know, I think he's got like a mace or something, chain man. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to hit somebody with something serious, maybe. Or maybe they're taunting somebody. I don't know what the picture's doing. If I wanted those two to appear together on a slide, I have to do something called grouping them together. Okay, that tells Sway that I want those to appear together, and it's fairly simple to group them. If I click on my text card, in the bottom right here, you see this checkbox? I click the checkbox, then the other thing I want to group with it, I click this checkbox, and then I hit where it says group. That tells it, you see how it put this nice border around it? So I know those two go together. So what that does when I'm running my Sway is I've got my bullying. Then on my next one, I'm going to have both, the picture and the text. They're going to both appear together on the slide. Okay? So, let me go back to the beginning, back to my editing. Let's add video. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab a video card. I'm going to drag that down the bottom. You see that green? That tells me where I'm putting it. So if I wanted to put it right up here, I want to put it down here. I can put it as part of that same slide, however I want to do it. But that green line tells me where I'm putting it. So I'm going to put a video here at the end. Okay? So you can stop bullying. Which is true. The majority of people are bystanders. And that's what can make a difference in bullying. Where it says add video, I click on add a video, it takes me right back to this insert. Okay, from insert, up here it says suggested. This is where I can choose where I want to insert from. Okay, Okay, so I can do a Bing search, or if I want to insert video, I might want to search YouTube. Okay, so I might want to search YouTube, so I can go ahead and select YouTube. It still thinks I'm looking at bullying, which is good. So here's a video that's I Am Holly, an anti-bullying video. You can see the time that the video is going to take. You know, don't put like this one's 15 minutes. We don't have time for that. So we might have time for a 3-minute video. So I might grab that, drag that, drop that here. Again, when I click on it, I should get the reference. Oh, it's on YouTube. Okay, and I get the citation for it as well. Okay, so there's my You Can Stop Bullying video. So again, if I go up and play it, there's my, it's really freaking me out. It looks like it's broken. I don't know what the heck that is. I really need to change that. And there's the guy swinging a mace or something stupid.
Right.
Bullying affects many people in many ways. Next slide, there's my video. Okay, so I can play my video from here. There's my anti-bullying. So it's really just a process of going back, adding things, editing things. If you wanted to upload your own image, you can do that as well. So if I don't really like this, if I want to go back to insert, so here's my card. I'm going to go back to insert. From my drop down, Bing was the default, but you notice from under here, I have a choice of my device. So if I want to upload something from my device, I can do that. I select my device. I can go into pictures and sample pictures, and maybe these penguins are bullying each other. And that's
Happy
so,
feet.
Let me get rid of that. Okay, so what I had to do is I had to drag that picture out, so there was no picture here. So remember, Voldemort was there. I had to kind of drag him out, and he kind of made his own card, but that's okay. Now I'm going to drag the penguins in, so now they're on there, and now I'm just going to get rid of this. So I select that card, and I'm going to trash it. I don't need that. This group is good, this group is good. Okay, so sometimes changing the images gets a little bit weird. You have to drag the one picture out, drag another one in. Okay. So that's a lot of what it is to Sway. You're just kind of creating your own presentation using the tools that are built into it. I can go back. Let's see. Oh, actually, I share it too, by the way. Oh, that. If I go back to cards, there's some other options for cards. I can do audio in here. Let's see, we did the video, we did the image. I can, I don't know, so let you upload, we'll let you upload a document. I think we'll let you edit a document. So if I wanted to change the design, by the way, I could do that. And if I change the design, I'm gonna go back. I might get different sorts of animations. So if I decided I wanted to use this, maybe I wanted a simpler version of it, then when I run my presentation, I might get some different kinds of animations too. It might look a little bit different. So I can do all those things too. To get back to edit, by the way, you notice I'm going back to the first slide. That's where I'm going to find. Now, see, now the penguin thing has kind of a sour tinge to it. Now it looks like the penguin's being bullied by the other penguins. That's what but anyway. Okay, so you can go through and do those. When if I wanted to create my card with all of my citations on it, I can just create a text card down at the bottom. If I wanted to add text to the image, the video image here, so I wanted to put text alongside it, I'm going to just drag out another text card, add my text here.
And then group it.
Yeah, and then group it. So to group it, remember I just put a check in the box there. Check in the box there. So those two things are both checked. I hit group, and now they're grouped together. So there's my sad fighting penguins. There's my text, and then here's going to be my little video girl with the text next to it. And my video will still play. Alright. So what you also guys need, well, also guys, that was weird. What also is important is if you, when you're ready to turn in your swag, and what's really nice about sway is when you create your link, you can keep working on your sway. So I don't know, do they usually turn this into Edmodo or?
Well, I was gonna have them turn into Edmodo, but
Yes, Edmodo's perfect.
Okay.
That's what we like. The way that you're gonna turn it into Edmodo is up here at the top of my sway, you see where it says share? You click on share, you're gonna notice that there's a link right here. Okay? There's a link right here. You're going to copy and paste that link And that's what you're gonna turn into Miss Bro. You're gonna turn that into Edmodo, that link. And what's really nice is you can turn in a link, but you can still work on your swag. Okay, so if you want to, if you turn it in and you go home that night and you think of 8 brilliant things that you need to do, you can still make updates to it and that link isn't going to change.